Oilersnation After Dark begins now.
Now, what kind of absolute morons would tell you to bet the under in a hockey game like this? Us? No, not us. Couldn't be. Brother, we were off on that. We saw 11 goals scored this evening down at Rogers Place.
They said I only came for boring games, only 1-0 games.
We got something tonight out on Rogers Place ice on Monday on Prime. Don't get me started on that. Not the prettiest effort from the Edmonton Oilers. Definitely not the cleanest. Downright ugly at points, I would say, but they find a way. They're led from their back end this evening, a 4-goal, 3-minute and 49-second stretch that was unbelievable. You blinked and the Oilers were up in this one. And gentlemen, Mattias Ekholm records a hat trick of his own, making it the first time in NHL history that a team has back-to-back performances from a defenseman with a hat trick. Talk about a number one pairing. Gentlemen, clap it up for the Oilers number one.
History? Do you enjoy National Hockey League history when it occurs?
Boosh, Ekholm, Marc-Andre Bergeron, a few of the Oiler names that have recorded 3 goals from the back end.
Pretty good.
It was pretty good from them as the Oilers, they deliver. They get the dub, defeating their Pacific Division rival for the first time this season, playing the Ducks.
This is going to be a good post.
Sorry, the Anaheim Dorks, as I've been calling them all night.
This is going to be a great
It's going to be good. The vibes are already feeling good. My cup full, your cup full. Let's go, folks. ONAD. It's a presentation of Bet365. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. You know the deal by now. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. At Bet365. You know him. You love him. You hear the sultry sounds of his voice now. For most weekdays of pre and post games, contributor here at Oilers Nation, Michael Menzies.
It's games like tonight that make me think I'm not that far away from doing National Hockey League commentary.
All right, we'll say it. I'm sure it's going to be brought in a lot tonight, but that was, I believe, the last time the Oilers are on Amazon Prime all season.
Is it for
Thank
sure?
the fucking Lord, man. Brad, we do this every time. Every single time Prime does a game for the Oilers, we sit here and go, I don't want to rip other broadcasters. I don't want to tear down directors. That sucks, man. I'm so done with it. I don't know if it's because we have Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque. We are so spoiled. And think about Saturday night. That was a Jack Michaels masterclass. But I like Thomas Hickey. I like some of the guys throughout the broadcast and the panel and this and that. But I don't know what it is. It is not for me. I would... There's just no emotion. There's no, they know hockey and they're telling me what's going on. There's no pizzazz. I need some showmanship, and Amazon Prime don't give it to me.
Yeah, it's just one of those where, and I know some online were saying that like it's very slanted. I don't, it's none of that for me. It's just, Tristan Jarry lost his skate blade and made a save with his ear while he was swimming in the crease. And if you weren't looking at TV, you would have no idea that it wasn't just a routine save. Like it's just one of them things. And it's Monday night, it's Prime, and it's over. And the Oilers get 2 points and they make National Hockey League history. So good enough, I guess.
That's good enough for me. Amazon Prime. Yep. You got to see history tonight on your streaming service, so you're welcome for that. But yeah, dude, there were so many moments. We missed an entire Zach Hyman breakaway because they were showing us goals from the second period that happened an hour ago. Joel Quenneville was in the middle of losing his shit on the referees for calling a timeout, but not calling a timeout, but arguing the fact that there was a timeout. And they went and decided in the middle of a zoom in, congrats on that. They zoomed in on him. Congratulations for that. They then immediately cut to photos from 2010, 2013, 2015.
Well, first it started like, he started on the Blues. Here's Quenneville in 97 with the Blues. It's like, no, I want to see him.
I don't care.
I want to play bad lip reading with him and the ref because he's pissed. And I don't know. We never found out an angle. Did he call timeout? It was very interesting because the Ducks allowed 2 quick ones after. And so that did become somewhat of a consequential play where the Ducks would have probably have liked to use their timeout in that sequence.
We were chirping that all night long. Like, it's probably a pretty good time for Joel here to use his timeout. Oh, wait. No, he doesn't have it. Yeah,
No.
Augers. Prime is so ass. Bo. Prime is so incredibly one-sided. So much duck glaze. It was unbearable. Yes, the one thing I mentioned was if you played the game of drink for every time they mentioned the name Beckett Seneca, you would be absolutely bombed wasted right now because it was like he was, don't get me wrong, the guy's good. He's a solid hockey player, great young hockey player. It was like he was the only guy on the ice tonight. Mattias Ekholm had 2 goals. They barely even mentioned him throughout this thing.
He did have the puck a lot.
He did. He had a good
I told you
but
Granlund before the game. I told you Granlund I felt was going to have a good night. I didn't want it to be that good. We had dual hat tricks in this hockey game.
Dual hat tricks. Something else might have went a perfect 3 for 3 this evening. Shout out the boards, man. Likes to get paid. But first things first, there's Payton in. Dude, thank you. They said Seneca 400,000 times is, I believe, the number there. Yeah, it was a wild one. Let's get caught up into the chat. First things first. See how the vibes are going. Percy kicks it off with a simple, "We love you, Mattias Ekholm." Yeah, man, the Viking was, it was all about the D tonight. Pause.
Yes.
Pause on that one. We're going to have to find different ways to mention the defense tonight from the Edmonton Oilers, and might be mentioned in the good,
you
the bad.
You said it earlier that they were. It was kind of like a Kardashian type of game where the Oilers were led by their back end, and that was certainly what happened in the second period.
I could see the twinkle in your eye. You made eye contact with me. I went, where the hell is he going with this?
Come on.
And he completely lands the plane. Payton again says, Jari. He was good in the third period and then had the most Stuart Skinner sequence I've ever seen in my life. And wouldn't be a Stuart Skinner sequence if Darnell Nurse wasn't in no man's land in the middle of it. We'll unpack it a little bit later. Lance Kane, we are so back. Tulks, Prime Broadcast gets the jeans. Yeah, kind of giving away that one right there.
Yeah.
That's we'll talk about it. Amanda, Samansky was good tonight. He was floating around, buzzing around their head on a platter to score his first NHL goal. And Jackson Lacombe, he was unbelievable tonight. That guy is going to be a thorn in the side of Edmonton Oilers players and fans for the next who knows how long. He stopped that one on the goal line. Dick move.
When he shuts his eyes tonight, that's what he's going to be thinking about, is that chance. And he's like, oh, what a perfect opportunity. But what a great moment for him anyways. His first NHL game, I think he was +2.
No Bucky before the game.
Yeah.
He's got great lettuce.
Great night.
It's a great night. I'm having such a good time.
Great night.
Oily Steve, sorry. We can agree that the bad for tonight goes to the Prime Broadcast. Absolutely brutal. This one says, Cup, yeah. And then Root Beer Float Happens said good win. Augers said great win. I don't know about that. The deserved a win-o-meter, as I did check, reads 79% for the Anaheim Ducks. Ask me how many fucks I give.
How many fucks do you give?
Bagel. Zero. The Patriots all along. Win is a win. We did not apologize.
We win like 5 minutes.
I turned you guys one point. I said I've gone an hour.
5 minutes. Lord,
Jordan.
Same length of time between Stefan Diggs strangling women.
Careful. Almost same amount of time between 4 goals from the Edmonton Oilers. A 4-goal performance from defensemen. Stop that. Also, Brett, I brought it in. I don't know if you saw it at the back of our graphics there, but we witnessed a couple records tonight because that 4 goals by a defenseman in 3 minutes and 49 seconds is the fastest a team has scored 4 goals by a defenseman all time. Prime Video, they got a record-breaking performance tonight from the Edmonton Oilers. And then we got Super Chats. We got Super Chats galore. Reminder, all your Super Chats, they're in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. We support them all season long in so many things we do. We were part of Ben's Cup earlier on this year, and I guess the end of 2025, around Christmas. Yep. Flaparto's in, 10-14. Bouchard gave the other defenseman permission to score. How very noble of you, Evan Bouchard. Just keep saying it. What a number 1 pairing the last 2 games. Josh K said, Team Sweden punching the air right now. I'm sure Team Canada also punching the air. Zach Hyman scores yet again for the Edmonton Oilers. But Ekholm, he was unbelievable in this one. Rusty, $5. Back-to-back D-Man Hatties is insane. This team is a heart attack waiting to happen. Oh, yeah, it is. I wouldn't want it any other way. Let's go, Oilers. Cup year.
Cup year.
I joke all the time that if you had a medical heart condition, I feel like your doctor would actually have to recommend you to steer clear of the Edmonton Oilers because they might kill you, Menzies.
Yeah, well, there's heart conditions are bad anyway, but a medical heart condition, I find those are the scary ones.
I can't get away with doing anything right now, right? Mr. Burns, $5.
You're wearing a Pats jersey. I'm not going to let you get away.
Fair enough.
The
Fair
filming
enough.
practice.
Watch how many. What do we set the over under on? How many more times I bring up Drake May? We're at 1.
12.
Picking Brady's number. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Walked right into
Was
that
that
one,
his
buddy.
passing yards yesterday? Well, anyway, they won the game.
Dubs. $5 for Mr. Burns. She's got a haiku here.
Oh, okay.
Oil coats feathers, no wings left to skate, or fly Anaheim goes down. Cup you.
Cup, yeah.
Cup year.
Oil coats feathers, no wings.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You read
I'm
it.
trying to. It's 575.
You read it right.
No
It's just
wings left.
haikus are the
Skate.
worst types of poems.
Yeah, I might need
Why?
punctuation in here, Mr. Burns. I'm getting.
And it's not on you, Mr. Burns, because this is a haiku.
Yeah.
I just don't like haikus.
Yeah, 5. The syllables work.
It worked.
The syllables
It worked.
work.
Okay, thank you for fact checking, Mr. Burns. We love and appreciate you. Then, Cup Yeah
Cup year.
is in the chat with $42.
Whoa.
Says 14 times 3 equals 42.
Wow.
Is our defense going to get drug tested? Let's fucking go, Ekholm. Random piss test definitely for the entire Oilers back end
I
tonight.
might piss test you for being able to do 14 times 3. That was pretty good. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
Bob's
go.
in $6.99 with Hyman Bush and Ek Killing. Team Canada and Sweden are sweating like a Jordan Peele meme right now. Nice verbal meme.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well
Let's-
done you.
Let's fucking go, boys and girls. I'm going to add it for them. Cup year,
Cup, yeah.
Cup year.
oil and blue. Simple. Says cup year.
Cup year.
Bastion's in $4.99 of his own. Hey, boys, first of all, a gentlemanly cup year
Cup year.
to you all. I added the tip of the cap.
Yeah.
Secondly, are we thinking Davo 100 points before February? Yeah, man. I don't see why not. What is he at
Wow.
right now?
What are we?
Let's check it out
Let's
right
do
now.
the math.
Because I've been very clear and consistent in this. I'm never every single game I would bet on McDavid 2+ points. I know he doesn't do it every single game, but there's a reason it's minus at Bet365. Do we know what he's at tonight? He obviously had 2 points in this one. It was the first leg of Bordzy's bankroll. Had a goal and an apple +3, 23-36.
So 92 points now, I believe.
Then-
and, he would have to do it in the next.
He would have
so-
2 more games. San
Two
Jose
more.
Thursday, Minnesota on Saturday. How many points
Well,
was he?
Saturday's Feb 1.
No, it's 31st.
Is it?
31st, January 31st.
Is it?
I'm looking at it. Brad, please help.
This February?
This is crazy math. I'm sorry.
Look at the calendar and then
This
tell
is
me
why
where the date
we
of
gotta
the
above our
31st.
skis.
It's the 31st. Bang. Okay, so 2 games.
Okay. All right. It's just it's the wild. It's the wild.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the wild.
If you pump me full of truth serum right now, probably not. But once again, the fact that we're even having this as a discussion and a legitimate question that we just had to look up, Connor McDavid is tearing it up right now. And now we've
Your
also-
breath was taken away, as was I think many in oil country, when Trouba kind of gave him a nudge and he fell into the end boards, and it was like, oh,
I freaked out. I felt like I was the only one in the office that actually saw what kind of he went crashing into there. It was quite the sequence because he's there, crashes in, gets tangled up with whatever,
Yeah.
went in smashing with his lower back where I'm sure his tailbone is not going to feel great tomorrow. Then eventually gets up and only Connor McDavid fashion that he can do somehow creates another partial breakaway where he then gets hauled down for a penalty shot. It was scary sequence for Connor McDavid, but one, I believe, I hope at the end of the day is no worse for wear. Connor McDavid tends to go pretty fast into those end boards, Michael Menzies, and I do have a horrible scar in my brain from previous years, but I don't even want to mention that right now. Let's talk about deep
You
pals.
showed me a horrible scar on your thigh tonight. I didn't know there was one on your brain.
I don't think the chat knows. Maybe later tonight we can tell the story of
in the third
Chicks
hour.
Dig Scars in the third hour. At least we got 11 goals tonight, so it might be justified in going that long. D-Pal said, so Nurse Hattie next game? Somebody in the chat earlier on pre-gaming came in and said, which Oilers defenseman scores a hat trick tonight?
Yeah.
I said Evan Bouchard. Little do we know, it was just the other man on the pairing in one, Mattias Ekholm. Is Nurse getting a hattie next game, Michael Menzies?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Hey, you tucked the beauty home tonight.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, he beat Husso short side. That was nice. What we're all happy about was, and we were mentioning it in the room, and moments, literally seconds later, the puck goes in, was that Stastny was still looking for point number 1 as an Oiler. And pinball in the slot. Hello, Stastny scores. He's off the schneid. Let's go.
Menzies tried to trivia us, and he goes, how many points do you think Spencer Stastny has as an Edmonton Oiler? I knew the answer. Went 0. 60 seconds in like real time later, the puck then goes on Stastny's stick at the blue line. I jumped up and went, Stastny point.
Yeah,
and then what do you know? It redirects, goes in.
I think it was less than 60 seconds.
Yeah,
I think it was like 10.
It was an unbelievable moment here down at the office.
Perfect timing.
It was. Lance Kane, super chats galore. We have raised a good amount here for the Ben Stelter Fund.
Thank you.
$5. Why do the Oilers not simply play their defense as forwards? If we are worried about play defense, we always have Pickard.
You're right. He's there.
There's been a lot of discussion about guys moving position in the last week of Oilers Nation, and I'm sure that doesn't help our credibility. But damn it, the idea of it is hilarious.
No, you don't think this is happening in the war rooms across the league?
Oh my! Iron Duke, keeping going here. $5. Nothing but good times going back to back with the D. Pause. Proceed. Well, Manhattan next game to make it 3 in a row. Cup is in again with $10. I think it's safe to say we are not having performance issues with our D. Decided to double down on more jokes there. Keep them coming. Also got the voicemail as an option. If you want to make dick jokes that way, we've always got options. Lance or Bob here, Bob Stauffer, $6.99. Yado voice? Yado voice?
Yoda? I would
Brian
presume.
the Separatist is strong with thee. Oh, and then he said Yoda, LOL. Then he said Yoda,
Brian
LOL.
the Separatist is strong with thee.
There we go. There we go.
Some voices.
Brett, now you go.
Yeah.
Can you bring up the prompt, please? Line. Brian the Separatist is strong with thee.
There you go. There you go. I'll take that. Well, shout out to all of you for the super chats. Just checking now. We have already raised $195 for the Ben Stelter Foundation. So clap it up for the chat.
There you go. That's terrific. Games, we still have our hats. We didn't get the chance to throw them, but we'll do a hat toss. There you go. Boom.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I almost knocked the beer over. There you go. First things first, want to give a big shout out to Derek Dodge, a new friend here for Oilersnation After Dark, one of our presenting sponsors. They do awesome stuff. It's a new beginning of a chapter here for Derek Dodge. They are under new ownership, bringing a fresh approach, new energy, and a renewed focus on customer experience. And Menzies right now, they have an unbeatable deal. With every vehicle purchase, you will receive a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. Yes, you heard that right. Leave the lot with your new vehicle and flights and accommodations for a trip for 2 to Sin City. That's tough to beat. Wow. Derek Dodge. Visit him 6211 104th Street Northwest or at derekdodge.com. I had to fight the mental urge there to not do that all in Yoda voice. I have a moment there halfway through. I was going to switch it up, but I didn't. Brett, let's get into some headlines. Why don't you give me some Drizzy Drake, get the energy popping.
I might be too strung out on
No, we're not doing it again. It's brought to you by Greta Bar Yeg, my favorite spot in the city. Arcade, bar, street food, unreal menu, unreal TV setup. Just an unreal spot to be, and we're going to be there all season long. Keep it locked on our Oilers Nation socials. So Michael Menzies, just another terrible start to the hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers. Jack Roslovic takes an almost instant tripping penalty 150 feet away from his own net on a player in Radko Gudas, of all people, and Anaheim, they immediately score on the power play where they did some serious damage to the Edmonton Oilers with the man advantage this evening. And Edmonton was down 1-0 3 minutes into the hockey game, where it has been well documented this season. If the Oilers don't score first, coming into tonight, they were 4-18-4 when allowing the first goal against. This one, obviously, Mikael Granlund walking in. He's a skilled player. The Ducks, sure, they are dealing with plenty of injuries in their forward group. That is why they acquired this man or signed this man in the summer, and he's been a huge impact for their squad. Can't lie to you, Menzies. I was pretty worried at this point in the hockey game because we saw even after this, it was like 6-7. Oh, God, why did I do that? I'll do the hands at least.
There you go.
But shots, 6 or 7 of them to 0 for the Edmonton Oilers. And we're sitting here. The fact that you're doing pre and post game with me, I literally said, I have seen this movie before plenty of times. But then in the second period, a game that is defined by 3 minutes and 49 seconds, where the Oilers scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals, all from defensemen, which is an NHL record for the quickest 4 goals scored by defensemen. Brett, let's just go through them because it was the 20 minutes of, how do I not say it without it sounding weird, but deactivation? Like, I don't know how to say that. Stepping up into it. Here we see Spencer Stastny, and this was something the Oilers maybe were struggling in the first bit of the hockey game. Put pucks on net, funnel them to dangerous areas, and good things might happen. I still do not understand what Willhauk was bitching about in this sequence and why he was so fired up. But you throw it in a dangerous area, it takes a bounce off Zellweger, and the Oilers get back on the board. What was he complaining about? I didn't get
just trying to look like the Colson is breathing, existing beside him, but unless there was something and they didn't show us a different angle that maybe they got tangled up, but it doesn't look like it. Nothing's going on. And Husso's just having a, little freak out there. And he continued to freak out, allowing the Oilers to score multiple times in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. I think we've all scored in that amount of time. It's usually much quicker, but to get 4 in that time.
3 minutes, 49 seconds is pretty damn good.
That's an
Shout out to
eternity.
that. Keep it coming here, Brett. Why did I say that? Keep it going here, Brett. Damn it. Is this play? This is the highlight of the night here from the Edmonton Oilers. Mattias Ekholm, the first of 3 in this hockey game. Tick, tack, toe. The Edmonton Oilers working up the ice so incredibly fast, and this is your big-time players making big-time plays. The Viking, known for his physicality, and even in his old age, he can still get up here in the rush. The Oilers, this period, man, they were taking advantage of odd man rushes. And here you see the drop from Ekholm to Zach Hyman, and then he gives it right back to him, puts it on a platter. Ekholm's got his stick on the ice, goes to the 5-hole of Willhauk. Menzies, we absolutely freaked out when this one went in because you could feel it, momentum building for the Edmonton Oilers, and I could watch that 100 times over.
Yeah, well, it's just a terrific play. In the second period, part of what all led to this offense was being able to move pucks well up the ice. The first period, they didn't do it very well, and the third period, they didn't do it very well. And those are the reasons, they struggled in those periods. In the second, they were able to create turnovers, get up ice quickly on the rush, and Ekholm joining the rush here, picture perfect. And you love seeing the D score 5-hole.
And just a lukewarm reaction from the commentators. They were quick to get back to Beckett Seneca. They had to get back to that discussion topic, and then it kept on going, Brett. Darnell Nurse, you talk about the Oilers scoring goals, taking advantage, working the puck up the ice like that. Well, there you go. You get a good break going the other way. I think he did. Was he looking off Josh Samansky in this moment as well? I think Darnell Nurse felt a little bit bad about that, but after he takes a stick high up to the face earlier in the game, gets a double minor or power play for the Oilers there, and bang, takes advantage of it here. He is up the ice, sees his opportunity, and Darnell Nurse, he can do that from time to time. We remember the Canadian division all too well, of course, $9.25 million as a result of it. But here he is making plays, and this is a snipe from Daryl.
Yeah, this is just well-placed shot and to go short side. We can be accustomed to that, hitting the end wall and popping out the opposite side. But, this all starts, Ryan Poehling, I'm not sure what happens to him at the ozone blue line. Like, the invisible sniper in the stands catches him, and it's a brutal turnover that the Oilers are able to capitalize upon. The Oilers were outchanced in this game, but as opposed to coming on here for After Dark and explaining how the Oilers outchanced the opposition and this, that, and the other, should have had a better result. Well, tonight they were outchanced, but found a way to bear down and score, and that second period explosion, that was a big reason why. And so Nurse, he gets in on the fun, and they were able to build up a big cushion.
Got even better. Give me one more here. Mattias Ekholm scoring a second. This was the final goal of the 3-minute 49-second run for the Oilers, and another one at neutral ice, center ice, in the D zone, but they work it up through neutral ice. Ekholm, Johnny on the spot, pass it up to Matt Savoy, who's been awesome lately, gives it right back to him, and bang, Ekholm gets on the board, and before you know it, the Oilers take a 5-2 lead. This stretch is the entire definition of the game because, dude, you talk about it, the start not good for the Edmonton Oilers, and then the third period was hard to watch for the Edmonton Oilers. They had, talk about the ice being tilted. Man, the Ducks had everything going their way. That third period finishes, they had a shot advantage of 16-5 in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. They obviously did score a goal. Mikael Granlund gets it done on the power play to make it a little bit closer, have everybody clench up a little bit more. And Brett, I'm curious, can we take a look at not the Ekholm goal, but the final Granlund goal, the one that Darnell Nurse goes down and we kind of, you got to bring it in. I'm sorry. My bad.
We got to bring it in. We get to see Ekholm's, great finish here. Obviously he's Swedish, but a great finish nevertheless. And it was great to see for him because, look, these were juicy mistakes that the D were able to capitalize on. And so, it's great because then later in the game, the D got exposed, and that's, going to happen from time to time, but
you get on a list if you do that.
Well, yeah, exactly. So it was good to see.
So this is here in the third period where the Anaheim Ducks, they're on the man advantage. They have the power play, and Tristan Jarry, I want to say it. Brett, you pointed this out as well to me. We've seen Tristan Jarry in the majority of games play his best in the third period, saves his best for the clutchest of the moments, and he was making big stops to start the third period. There was guys on odd man rushes in tight. And then this was tough to watch. This was eerily reminiscent of one Stuart Skinner. You see him trying to get over to his post and I don't know, just kind of loses body control, kind of double clutches. And then add on top of it, Darnell Nurse also trying to play goaltender right in front of him, goes off Darnell's skate and it's able to beat Tristan Jarry. I know we at the office here pretty dejected in this moment. It was a pretty disheartening play, I will say. And we were joking around here going, oh, you can just feel this woman coming for the Ducks. Like nothing comes this simple or easy for the Edmonton Oilers. And hey, it's a bang bang play. You see Tristan Jarry right there. He kind of loses it out of position and can't cover his far post, Menzies.
Well,
it goes off Darnell. Like
there was a stretch in the third period where Jarry was really good to start. The shots were 8-1 at one point in the third. Jarry was getting a lot of work. Here, the puck goes off of Darryl's skate and top corner. And again, the penalty kill. The Ducks power play is not a very good power play. And Granlund was obviously feeling it, shooting the pill, but still, they would have been slammed much harder if this resulted, in a comeback where the D were not able to overcome. So, it's good to see that they were able to steady the fort. They got another goal from the D later. I can't keep going. I've been doing so well serving up these.
I was biting my cheeks on the inside right there.
Serving up these lines.
I'll pick it up for you here. I want to talk Tristan Jarry because at the end of the night, he finishes 36 saves on 40 shots for an even 900 save percentage. Clap it up. That's what we're looking for. Good enough.
It's that stretch in the third to start the third period where, the Oilers at times, man, and I was losing my mind when Frederick had a play where he misses both defensemen, dumps it back into our own zone, and they had 4 chances to clear. And you're thinking, yeah, they're definitely going to score here. Somehow they got out of that scenario. You know, they were asking for it at times in the third.
There were some scrambling moments in the third period for sure, but there's literally nothing scramblier than the moment where Tristan Jarry loses his skate blade while in his crease. I thought he either tore his ACL, Achilles, or was wasted playing goal for the Edmonton Oilers because he was flopping like a fish in the crease and couldn't get back into the net. He eventually somehow gets his body on a point shot from Jackson Lacombe where the puck might have been going wide. I don't even know. And Prime Broadcast, yet again, barely even discussed the fact that he stopped the puck with his body. It was a wild moment. We were freaking out. Why are they not stopping the play? I don't know if I've ever seen that before for a goaltender, whereas blade just completely pops off and you become not Jarry, but useless in that moment. And it was a scrambly play. I thought I had a heart attack in the moment. It was Panic City. And then he eventually just pops that blade back on and he's ready to get back out there. But Menzies, there you see it on the evening, even 900.8 goals saved above expected this evening. So pretty solid performance from him. I cannot complain about really anything, but that was a wild moment earlier on in the game.
Well, you just see him tumble and you're wondering, oh no, here it comes. This is it. Jarry, all their suspicions about injury, are they coming to fruition? Luckily, it was just a skate blade. And, you know, he's fighting. He doesn't know where the puck is. Good that he made the save, that's for sure, because it would have been not so fun if he didn't. But.
I recommended that in that moment, but I don't know if it would be illegal. Maybe we got to talk about this on ONE tomorrow because we can do more research. But I was like, if they're not going to blow the whistle and you're completely useless because like maybe you have to get possession back, I said, Jarry, just take your helmet off and throw it on the ice because they have to blow the whistle that way, right? So maybe that's the only loophole situation that we need to remember. But I've never seen that before.
Delay game.
That would be a delay of game penalty, yeah.
All right, back to the drawing board then. I got no idea what you do in that situation. Just
you stop the puck.
Get better. And he did.
Yeah,
and he did.
Stop the puck. He found a way. So, and, you know, quickly we'll see, okay, it's just a blade. No biggie.
There was two injury scares in this, Jarry and the McDavid one, where I felt my stomach in my ass for 2 seconds. I was sweating. We also got a couple sounds in the room. They're brought to you by our friends at Dog Patch. We're going to be there throughout the season. They do all kinds of awesome stuff. But I believe we do have word here from one Mattias Ekholm.
Let's go.
On his hat trick, and the team's kind of run and gun style this evening. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like you look at the goals too. It's just trying to join the rush on the first two. And sometimes they just happen, right? There's no real explanation. It's not like I changed my game overnight to then obviously score a hat trick. It's just one of those things. Some nights you have your bounces go your way and whatnot. And, yeah, try to enjoy this one because probably be my last.
First time.
You're asking a defenseman to love a 7-4 win. I don't know. I love the win. I love every win. I know they're hard to come by, and you got to celebrate your wins. But I agree with that too. I thought we could have played maybe a little bit of a not as safe as death. You can't play safe, but a little bit more of a sounder, cleaner defensive third period. With that said, you're absolutely right. Like we can run and gun with the best of them. So it's both ways.
Ekholm's evolution this season has been gradually on the up, man. He's been playing awesome hockey lately. We all remember earlier in the year we were a little bit nervous. We had the extension, obviously, bright and early in the season there, and he's just gotten better and better. Obviously, Evan Bouchard is playing unbelievable hockey as well, but it's Ekholm's night, so why don't we listen to him again, because he caught up with Oilers reporter Tony Brar right after the game, and I'm excited to listen to this one.
Well, Mattias, better late than never, I guess. At 35 years of age, you record your first NHL hat trick. Take us through the emotions.
Yeah. Let that moment sink in, you know?
Absolutely. Take your time.
No, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I usually don't score goals, but every once in a while you get lucky, and obviously had a chance there with up to win a face-off. I thought, what the heck, let's try.
That was
Let's
awesome.
try.
That was so cool. That ovation from the crowd right there. Obviously, first career NHL hat trick. He mentioned it. A defensive defenseman scoring 3 goals in a game. That gave me chills right there, man. That was
Battle was on it, in the room. He wanted to see Ekholm get there and loved the change. And yeah,
He called the play. Battle called the play.
He did.
As soon as that face-off went, he's like, get Ekholm out there and just hammer it down.
And he did.
He did.
This was a night of predictions.
This was. Bankroll goes 3 for 3. You called Granlund. Battle was calling that. Maybe we do know what we're talking about.
Occasionally.
Shout out to Mattias.
Something about a broken clock and twice a day.
I've heard that from time to time.
Yeah.
The hug, the embrace from Bush and Ekholm. I want that framed in the office. As once again, first time in NHL history that 2 defensemen on the same team go back-to-back hat tricks. Just sick, man. And yo, you want to get it on the hug? Yeah. Get your screenshots in, folks. Get them in while you can. Oh,
that's good.
Menzies, that's you and me later tonight when we're done. What a good evening it is.
Good.
Sorry, Brett.
No, I chopped liver.
Group hugs.
No, I am chopped liver.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go now to
It's crazy. You think of like the history of defensemen. You think of the history of the defensemen in the league, right? The greats. Like Anton Belov and Andrew Ference didn't score back-to-back hat tricks once.
Can't
that
believe
didn't happen
it, man.
once.
I don't know. I think
Hasn't
we're gonna
happened
have to
since
fact
Marc-Andre
check.
Bergeron before Bouchard in the presence of royalty.
20 years ago today, the Oilers acquired Jaroslav Spacek and Dick Tarnstrom. And I think Knobloch in that first intermission just fired up the 06 playoff run highlights and saying, here, this is how a D-corps plays. And they came out like gangbusters.
They really did. That's true. Shout out. Do you guys post that article? Now we got the newspaper things going on the website. They're doing awesome new things on Oilersnation.com, people. He's not just great on pre and post game. He writes unbelievable pre-scout articles. Sunday Scramble. I read that one yesterday.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, we're trying.
You're doing well. You're also wearing your Jim Leahy t-shirt, but the people can't really tell.
Yeah.
Please show it off.
Yeah. So
Menzies is the liquor. I'm getting drunk today, Randy.
It's a good thing that it's a Leahy shirt.
Yeah. Worst case Ontario. You know. Let's go to the good, the bad, and the oily now. Brought to you by our friends from Oodle. Noodle, folks. You don't want to cook. Come on now. You don't want to clean as well. Why don't you get some takeout or delivery from our friends at Oodle Noodle? Download the app today. Take advantage of the value menu deal. $2 on top of any regular premium box. You can get 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, or 6 deep fried wontons. That is a deal you cannot get anywhere
As the
else.
chat said, oods your nudes. This was a good time. This is a good time to oods your nudes. It reminds
Send
me.
nudes. Send nudes.
Yeah, so at
Send
Nate,
noodles to your friends.
Yeah. You can get it
Grow
delivered.
up,
You can
Brett.
just
Grow
put
up.
the address. You can just put the address in. Nate, you have to go to Moodle. Everything's done through.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So we would say send moods.
Send nudes. Oods of nudes. Shout out to them. Shout out to our fearless leader, Jay
Feel like
Downton.
we may be taking it a step.
Buff Snell just said, okay, keep Menzies.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got his approval as well. The good this evening, we went with offensive D, not offensive D, offensive defense, because obviously this game is defined by the 3 minutes and 49 seconds from the Oilers D core, and then obviously capped off by Mattias Ekholm scoring a beautiful hat trick. It's the game really starts and ends with the back end for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm trying to top the Kim Kardashian joke you made earlier, but that was top tier stuff. That's comedy at its finest. But Menzies, there's not much more we can really say, but the great tonight. And you know it's good. Spencer Stastny gets his first point for the Edmonton Oilers, and man, Ty Emerson had an apple in this hockey game
He
as
had
well.
a point.
Let's
It
go.
was a big night.
When it rains, it pours, and you get a point. You get a point. You get a point.
Yeah.
There you see Spencer Stastny's evening as well played. 14 minutes and 12 seconds.
Like Iggy Azalea, like a black widow waiting to attack.
I went to her.
That's a stretch.
I tried to keep it together there. I went to her concert, first row. Fantastic.
I'm a jealous man. I'm a jealous man.
Yeah, it was a good
Just like as well, I just want to they really took advantage. They were opportunities. Stop it. No, not stop it. Stop doing what you're doing. That Oilers, like you talk about the Darnell Nurse play.
Yeah.
Boom. Ryan Poehling falls over and he's just up the ice, no question, takes opportunity, rips that puck, and that was the story. I keep going back to as well. That McDavid Hyman Ekholm goal was just absolutely disgusting. First career hat trick for Ekholm. Let's get off the D topic here.
Ooh.
Let's get away from good. Get off the D. That's the final one. That's the final one. With good comes bad, and bad we're going with the penalty kill.
Yes.
Menzies, this was your pick for the bad this evening. It was too easy to say the Amazon Prime broadcast. I don't want to do that. But the Ducks power play goes 3 for 4 this evening, man. They took advantage of their opportunities. Now I'm questioning even saying that. Mikael Granlund scored a hat trick by himself on the man advantage for these Ducks. And I mentioned it recently on Saturday's pre-gaming. Brett, I think you cut a clip as well that the Oilers PK since December 23rd has been number 1 in the entire NHL. It was like, 93, 94%, something like that. Tonight, obviously didn't go their way. And Menzies, it was a big factor in this one being, and I guess allowing the Ducks to get back into the third period specifically.
Yeah, I mean, the PK goes 4 for 5 against the Capitals on Saturday, but there's a big power play goal, third period goal that Strome scored in that one. And tonight, right off the haul, I didn't like the Roslovic penalty a couple ways. I thought it was a vaguely chintzy call, but then Roslovic, that's a lazy penalty. Get moving your feet. Get moving your feet. And at times when the Oilers were struggling, they weren't moving their feet. They weren't taking the extra stride to, either clear a puck, get in on the forecheck, and that's where a guy like Samansky, you notice him because he was sticking with his guy defensively, and then it was leading to opportunities in the offensive zone. So the PK, and maybe they got to make changes to it. Maybe they got to tinker a little bit. I will say it again. In search of a role for Trent Frederick, who actually had a good chance tonight. That's
also had some brutal turnovers and attempts to clear the puck in his own end.
Brutal. But we are.
Let's be positive.
Our baseline, our level is so dropped that we're trying to just find ways to come up. Maybe there's an opportunity for a look. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm out on it. I'm out on the idea. I think the PK has been sold this year for the Oilers, and hey, maybe just let Trent Frederick continue.
Could be a couple, bad game.
Now, you just mentioned a man there as well in one, Josh Samansky. He is the Oilie this evening because he made his NHL debut this evening. We talked about it earlier. He had such a chance to get his first NHL goal, man. It was stopped on the goal line, wide open cage by one Jackson Lacombe, and Samansky was looking skyward. But overall, I was pretty pleased with his effort in this hockey game. He only played 7 minutes and 43 seconds. He was a +2 in this hockey game. He's pretty much zeros across the board, but I felt like he was just in a good spot, and that's what I'm looking for. I didn't have major expectations for Samansky coming into this one. It's his first NHL game, but I wasn't disappointed by anything. He had some good flow opportunity. I hate when I use the term like floating around. Normally that means bad, but he was floating around in a good way, always in a good spot defensively, maybe in the offensive zone. And I don't know, that made me confident in possible future hockey sense. Again, I don't know how long he'll be up here with the NHL club, but he has a solid opportunity. We know the Oilers have been looking to find consistency in that 3C spot. Menzies, I'm curious, what'd you think overall of Josh Samansky?
I liked what he provided, and I wish he would have played a little bit more. We said it, 40% into or 60% into the first period. Has he had a shift yet? Because obviously the early penalty kill, and then they load up the lines and everything else. But yeah, I'd like to see more. I want to see some more Samansky in the lineup and play him a little bit more.
Brett, you're
a
resident prospect guy here for pre and post game. Thoughts, feelings, concerns?
Well, there was that shift that you and we were watching specifically, where especially in his own end, where he was sitting, and Bruce Kurlock pointed it out, and that was why I was really watching for it. But he supports the breakout in a very defensive minded way where he stays low to support the defensemen, but also support the wingers in their breakout in case there is a turnover or it's an easier, shorter pass in that certain way where you can just get it to him. And then what happened because of his positioning? He got it out of the zone. Everybody got it changed. The Oilers were able to turn it the other way. Like it was a smart play from Josh Samansky, and from that, I mean, even on the Darnell Nurse goal, he was the one that was looked off on the Nurse goal, and he almost got his first NHL goal. So I think he just plays. You say floating around.
Give me a better term. That's
no. But it is floating in a very smart sense. It's just it's a very good.
Well, he's providing good support and coverage
100%.
to where the structure and where they need to be. Let's look at this in the big picture. There's a vacancy here at third line center. They don't really know what to do. With Henrique, it wasn't working. He's hurt. They've tried Rosovic at times to mixed results. There's an opportunity. And Samansky, if he continues to be defensively responsible, that's what's going to give Knobloch the confidence to give him more minutes, because we know how that leash goes. So let's see a little bit more. If he can continue to provide that, then maybe Samansky sticks up a little bit more, and we see, can he be a player here, not just for the end of January, but a player that might play in March, might play in April. Who knows?
Once again, it's something we kind of talked on pre-gaming, but he's 23 years old. It's his NHL debut. I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid, but facts, everything you just said, like this is, if he can find a way to step in and then maybe think of, okay, we know the number one need, I think, for the Oilers has been depth 3C. Imagine in a fantasy world that this works out beautifully. The Oilers can then allocate their resources, their assets to what? Maybe a top 6 guy, maybe another stud defenseman, and just think of all the options it opens up for Stan Bowman. But he's 23 years old and he's played 7 minutes in the NHL. But we love doing this as Oilers fans because I can't help it, Brett.
+2, 3, and 1 in the face-off.
Well, it's just to say there's an opportunity.
I'm so in.
We take this as information, and let's see how he does Thursday.
Yep.
If he's in the lineup.
One game at a time, folks. One game at a time. That'll do it for the good, the bad, and the oily. Brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Quickly, let's give out the jeans this evening. It's brought to you by Willhauk Beef Jerky. Only the finest tasting meat products earn the Willhauk name. Made from a 100% Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, and you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products out of their Leduc location. For more information, head on down to willhaukbeefjerky.com. Oh, shit. Prime broadcasts fucking suck. That's what I'm going to say. It's on Monday. It's on Prime.
What was going on with the Spit and Chicklets group? We were kind of just
we were drifting around. I didn't see any of that.
We were, enjoying each other's company and, not looking at our phones, but we were ignoring it. Every time I looked at the TV, they were dressed in these like costumes playing some game show type of thing. I don't think we missed anything.
I don't think we missed anything. I've seen enough Prime broadcasts this season to know I'm out on Prime broadcasts. And I don't just want to be the guy that just bitches for the sake of bitching. It's not good. Well, it's not good. Well, there's a reason everybody feels this way. I was on Oilers Reddit all night tonight. People saying much meaner things than I'm saying right now.
We touched on it at the start of the show, but there was the Jari, the skate blade came off, and he dives over, makes a big save. Jari stops it.
Let me tell you about Beckett Seneca for a second here, Brett.
The Beckett Seneca talk. The fucking, what's his name? Joel Quenneville started yelling at him. And he goes, "Have you seen this picture from 1997?
Did you know he won the Stanley Cup 16 years?" Yeah, I did. I did know that, actually. But as you said, the bad lip reading was so good. It was so good. It was so obvious what he was saying. I wanted more of it. I wanted to see how that kind of escalated.
Yeah, that could have been a great the director in the truck say, "Hey, let's just linger on this because he's really motherfucking him right now, and let's go back and forth. And then the ref had to do the, skate over. They had a ref huddle to determine if it was a timeout, and then skate over back to the bench to say, no, you did call your timeout. Hilarious.
So what was the call there? So
I think
obviously,
it was no timeout.
And because
Or no, that he did call a timeout.
that he
They
did
didn't give it
call a
back to him.
timeout.
Because later in the game, it was a TV timeout, they said.
Yeah, and they butchered the explanation of
I'm
that.
still confused.
They had it all.
Why didn't they say anything?
Let's just say Jack and Louie would never do us dirty like
Which
that.
I think, and this is the rule in baseball.
Crying?
Careful.
That is the rule.
If you call, like, if the PA announcer announces the pinch hitter, that's it. That the pinch hitter is in the game. That is the substitution. So since the referee made the announcement, I assume that is the official call. You cannot take it back. We already, like we talked about, a minute and a half pass. It's not like you can just take it back and be like, oh, no,
You just got 90 seconds of rest.
Yeah,
That
what are
is
you
a
talking
timeout.
about?
Andrew said, I love they didn't give it back. They got the benefit of the timeout. I also loved that the ref skated over for about a half second to say, no, we're not giving it to you. And then just boom, turn right back around.
Well, what do you think they were saying?
And then they showed us the photos.
What do you think they were saying in the ref huddle? It was like, did he call it? Did he not call it? Well, he called it. Like, what were they huddling?
I don't really know what the debate was. Like,
who called it?
I think it's just because Joel Quenneville's a scary old man that they were nervous and I don't want him to yell at me.
Could be.
Fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
And where would it have come from other than Quenneville and were they being like, do you want it? Because that was after the Husso thing where it was like, we thought it was going to
be a challenge.
Yeah.
And then we were determining what could they be challenging. The confusion abounded.
I'm out on Prime Video broadcasts. Not the master of my own domain. Nathan's in. I muted the Prime sound and listened to Jack and Bob call the game instead.
Yeah.
That's maybe something I should have done as well. No doubt will say, though, I like Thomas Hickey. I really do. Just need a little bit more emotion. Just need a little bit more fire. A little bit more pizzazz. All right. Hey, good looking guy. Great lettuce. Again, another guy with great lettuce. Bo said it was a chicken segment. That's what they were doing for the spitting chicklets guys. I'm happy we didn't tune into any of this and we had other phone scrolling to do. Drake May, there's my second mention. Cheryl said, I don't like the Prime broadcast, so I listened to Jack and Bob on Ched. Give us Jack. Oily said Jans basically said McDavid is going to leave in 3 years, and the Battle of Alberta is the worst rivalry in the league. I like Jans too. What? Damn it! I don't want to hate Keith Yandel.
Yandel, the most. Oh, the thing with Yandel,
Iron Man streak.
Oh, they all, this whole Iron Man streak thing where some of these players continue to be put in the lineup, even though they're a detriment to their team. And then it's treated as if it's a war crime if they get taken out of the lineup. Well, he's got his streak. Well, how about you play better?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Too far? Was that too far?
It was questionable.
Okay, I will say if it's too far, I apologize.
I
Questionable. I think people by now know the Oilers Nation After Dark.
Okay, just let me know if it's too far.
Church fly, anyone can get it.
I did not mean it maliciously. I
I'm not going to
apologize.
feel bad for Quinn.
Yandel is an idiot. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, Yandel trying to stay relevant. I do like him at Chicklets. I'm a big Barstool guy. I'm a big Stoolie. And I do like Yandel, the addition to Barstool. But yeah, that's... Fuck that. It's the best rivalry. Like, what are you talking about? What's a better rivalry? I mean, I guess. What's a better rivalry?
A better rivalry in hockey.
In hockey right now.
Right now.
Because I get that Oilers Flames is like statistically that the Flames aren't good, but they always compete
Florida,
well.
Tampa.
The games are
Florida,
good.
Tampa.
Yeah, okay, fuck, that's good. What else would be up there? Central?
Avs,
Dallas? No? I'm just trying to think this out of my head now.
Well, if you're saying at the moment, sure. Oilers,
Lightning
Flames.
Panthers. Lightning Panthers bang.
Yeah, that's the number one.
It's got to be.
I'm fair with that.
one.
I'm happy we talked that out for a second. Because I questioned that.
Sergeant Battle put Nylander versus the Canberra Crew.
Nice battle. Nice battle in the other rooms. That'll do it for the Jeans. Brought to you by Willhauk Beef Jerky. Quickly, let's do Bordzy's Bankroll. Brought to you by Bet365, 19 plus. Please play responsibly, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365, where it's been few and far between this season, folks. but the boards man gets paid this evening.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. 3 for 3. Kicking it off with Connor McDavid, 2+ points at -140.
So what was the
needed that.
payout on this?
We need that plus 310. Plus 310 or plus 330. I can't remember. I think plus
okay.
310. Hey,
It's all right.
just got to see it go through the hoop. Zachary Martin-Hyman for 3+ shots on goal. He has now hit this in 10 consecutive games in a row. And Jake Wallman has now hit 2+ in 8 games in a row himself. Plus 310 together. We love it. I didn't take anything money line for the Oil. Maybe I should have bet when they were down. I'll be real with you. I wasn't that confident when they went down 1-0. Feeling good, feeling good. I love seeing Lance put in 3 green check marks. Ryan, Justine.
Check.
Back. Yeah, back. Oh, that
Like
feels
a
so
Bordzy
good.
diploma. Just check marks everywhere. Just ding, ding,
I got a high
ding.
school diploma. I got a TV broadcasting
I got my grade
diploma.
10. Going for my grade
10
10.
equivalency. What does Kramer say? The one he's like high school equivalency.
Yeah.
Equivalency.
I'm just trying
Brett,
to get my grade
Menzies,
10.
anybody? Also the chat. Anybody make any money on Bet365 this evening? Did you bet on a Spencer Stastny anytime goal?
Of course I didn't, but I going into the second period, I bet on Connor McDavid to score the 3rd goal of the game.
Yeah, you
Penalty
mentioned
shot?
that.
No,
penalty
well,
shot?
that was
it
Alex
2-1?
Killorn ruined that
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
quick.
that's right,
So that, yeah.
Live betting's a
No.
fun game, but she can bite you. She can bite you back real fast. You do anything?
No, I know I wasn't in action. I've not bet much hockey in the last couple months, to be honest.
Well,
I'm sick of it's the juice. It's paying the vig.
I'll give you a
Kevin
cheat code for
juice.
Bet365. The New England Patriots money line tends to win a lot. Drake made 200 pass yards, not in the playoffs.
What's
the
the
regular
most
season.
money you'd feel comfortable betting on the Pats in the Super Bowl?
$250.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'll put my money where my mouth is right now.
I put him
Go. Let's go.
Put him in
Sam
the hot
Darnold
seat.
versus Drake May. We know how this goes. Seattle Seahawks, very good defense. I'm sorry. I thought the Texans were like the greatest we've ever seen before. I thought the Broncos were great. I mean, they were, but so were the New
I just
England
got
Patriots.
the Seahawks at even money. This is great.
There you go. Aren't they favored? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
favored.
oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Hey,
I'll take my pride.
closing line value. I just plus EV.
I'm in.
Plus
I'm in.
EV.
I'm in. Or we should turn it into like a night out. We should turn that, we should turn that into some type of content, some way, shape, or form.
We could.
This will be happening over the Olympic break as well.
Ooh,
Yes. Yeah,
I
we
like
could.
this. I like this.
Well, what are you doing for the Super Bowl?
Well,
I will be getting my fake Vince Lombardi trophy for winning my fantasy football league this year,
Oh,
in
yeah.
which I will carve my name into it with a steak knife. That's what we do in my league. I see,
a bunch
I-
of cavemen.
I won the league. I got $1,100, so I'm down for $250. We could do this.
Yeah, well, you've got some excess.
I also
cash,
bought a new Stephon Diggs jersey, which
yikes.
was a little bit tough. I ordered it before.
Careful.
Was he the Walter Payton Man of the Year? For
No,
the Pats?
Hunter Henry is the Walter Payton Man of
Was
the
he
Year.
the Man of the Year? He is good in the community.
Big Comfy Couch has a good question. Odds the halftime or the pregame show, I guess, getting cut mid Green Day. Green Day is doing the pregame show. If you know anything about Green Day, aka their biggest album,
yeah.
American Idiot, kind of was about,
I didn't
George
even
Bush.
think about that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not averse to a political statement. That's for sure.
And we have
Don't
seen,
ruin the Super Bowl with something like that. This is
It's
about football and football.
we know damn well it's Green Day. They are going
He's
to.
gonna wear that red
And
tie.
I saw it and I went, that is so good. Green Day is my favorite band of all time.
Well,
it is perfect.
I love Green Day too. So I'll be real here. Football's about football. All right. Look at you.
this is why, like, the football season's over.
Yeah.
This is my point. Like, the football season ends Championship Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is its own thing.
Yeah.
If you're ever at a party and like people are, that never watch football are there, the football season's over.
Yeah, I guess that's
The
fair
Super
enough.
Bowl Sunday is not one of the best Sundays.
Quick,
This
go
is my
around the
hot
room.
Take.
What color is the Gatorade going to be?
Oh,
I know what color the Patriots drink most nights or most game days on the sideline.
Orange.
Cream? I don't know.
No, orange. Orange was the correct answer. Orange was the.
I would probably say purple.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite parts. Oh, the prop bets, the prop sheets that you can do. Bet365 will have them for the Super Bowl. That was hilarious. Odds
Do
on the
not
Puppy Bowl.
lay minus 110 on the coin flip, by the way. Do not.
Don't.
No. Do
What?
not, because
What?
it's 50-50
Yeah, I
and you're
know,
paying 11 to win 10. Do not. Find a buddy who will bet the opposite and just bet him.
That's actually a fair point. That's a fair
Do
point.
not bet.
Menzies, just come watch the Super Bowl with me and my buddies. You
Yeah,
should
no,
come.
I'd be happy
Come on
to.
over.
I
am just
Sunday.
chopped fucking liver over here. It used to be me.
You got.
It used to be
You're not
me.
cheering. Well, actually,
The
you're
new
definitely not
girl
cheering
is
for me.
in.
I'm cheering
New
for the
girl in
Seahawks.
school is coming.
Holy
Bordzy got
shit.
his
I'm
eye.
getting charmed. I'm getting
I'm
charmed.
left in the corner of the cafeteria. The nerd is hitting on me now.
I moved on from one long-haired beauty over here to another one. I got a type.
I'm going to have to go to prom with the dork.
The Anaheim Dorks.
No, don't call Battle a dork. Come on. I'm just teasing you, Battle. Just teasing you, buddy.
Oh, that's
Give me a hard time.
unbelievable. Okay, let me get a minute here to catch my breath. And I do believe we still got one more sound in the room, and it's one Leon Draisaitl
Good.
talking to the media post-game about the team's defensive hockey. Let's take a listen.
When you have to run and gun, you guys are still pretty well fit.
Yeah, certainly not the way that we want to, have that mindset each and every night. But, you got to win in different ways every night. And sometimes it's 2 games in a row of high scoring and, finding a way to score more than the other team. That's just the way this league works at times. And but like Ryan or whoever it was that. Like he said, certainly not the standard or the mindset that we want to have each and every night.
Andrew's in the chat, and he said, I know Bordzy's Reddit name now. It's at Bordato. Like it is everything else that I do. Then Justine's also in with a super chat. ON Super Bowl. Let's go. Cup year.
Cup year.
And doing like a live stream would be pretty fun as well. But I don't know how much. I talk about football a lot on this show, but I don't know how much people actually care about football. It's just something you got to deal with. Drake, Matt. Also, Josh is in. How many shots did Husso take from the D tonight? I needed to say that just to get it out. He put his super chat in there as well. We love you. We appreciate it. And I'm just checking the number now. $210 for the Ben Stelter Foundation. You guys are doing awesome stuff. It's the chat, the real MVP. So why don't we hear from them? It's time for the voicemail segment brought to you by Swiss Donair. They've been open for 25 years and now are open 7 days a week. Home of the old school Donair with options if you want some flair. Pride of the North Side. Swiss Donair is great for your events at home or office. Check out their location at 8308 144 Ave Northwest or order online at swissdonair.com. Thank you, Brett.
You're lucky. Yes, we have 5 voicemails this evening. Let me read. Which one should I go with? You know what? We haven't heard from Austin in a little while.
Sure.
Austin sent a voicemail. Here's
Put it
Austin.
in 2X. Let's go.
Holy shit, my ON fam. We had a end-to-end Hattie from Ekholm. Isn't that fucking beautiful? Remember, it's a cup, yeah. Hope we'll never fucking die.
Cup
Cup year. Wow.
I like Austin's little maniacal laugh he does. That hit. It was also a little bit quicker pace there, Austin. There we go.
Thanks, Austin.
Brett, what else we got?
Next, we got Vinny, who looks like we're going duck hunting. Oh, that's from Jacob. Hold on, Vinny.
We went duck hunting, Bordzy, and we not only caught 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 ducks and a Mattias Ekholm hat trick. Let's go. It's a motherfucking cup year.
Cup year. Did you guys play duck hunt back in the day?
A couple times, yeah.
I played it.
Played
I think it used to be in Greta, but I don't think it is there anymore.
How
Gotta
about
bring that
the LeBron D Wade Bosch reference there? Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
That's a good
not
one,
6, not 7.
Oops.
Chris Bosch, I hate your guts. I hate your guts.
Next up, we got Jacob, and
Huge Raps guy. Hate his guts. Sorry, Jacob.
Hey, don't get me going with the
Oh, hey.
the Rams beating the Thunder the other night.
Yeah, that was a big win. This is from Jacob, and I think you're going to recognize where he's at right now.
Bordzy, we're hiding in the Wendy's bathroom again to record another voicemail for another good game. Ekholm hat trick. Yes. Stastny gets in first with an Oiler. Oh, yes. Finally. The defense are just demolishing them. Boom, boom, boom. Jarry's numbers are decent. I really don't like how he played tonight. I think that he could have stopped all 4 of those. Yes, like he had like some really good moments. But as a goalie myself, I think he should have had all 4 of those. Those were really stop goals he should have had, right? Other than that, I think the boys played really well. Defense was really going. I'm just happy for the guys. You know, it's times like these, I think, oh yeah, it's a cup year. Let's go, Bordzy. See you next time. Cup year.
Cup year. Oh, yeah.
Imagine you just
it's a cup
pop into a Wendy's bathroom to relieve yourself.
This is guy leaving Bordzy a
couple
voicemail.
JBCs and you hear oh yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
No one, no two. Mattias Ekholm, offensive D. Yeah, well, Jacob, I don't know, like the Tristan Jarry. Yes, maybe if we want. I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to go through each of them. I believe we said there, Brett, it was 0.8 goals saved above expected. I thought Tristan Jarry was just fine tonight. He had some big saves in the third period when the ice was completely tilted in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. And at the end of the day, I got the dub and a 900 save percentage. You ain't hearing no bitching from Bordzy.
That was all right. It was there was a couple moments like stew, but
the falling over one was terrifying. But then I'm also gonna say I don't know, that puck might have gone wide because it did hit Darnell's skate and then redirected and went in. But just an ugly ass play in general in that one.
This is the comment of the day. He left the headset on during the voice. Can I get a JBC, please?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get
JBC, please.
The Snickers, Frosty, the Baconator.
Baconator, please.
Oh, yeah.
Whopper to onion. That was a Dane Cook reference. Speaking of people who don't know who Dane Cook is, here's Peyton talking about Tristan Jarry.
What's up, fellas? Only thing I have to say is that Jarry's the GOAT. Jarry is the GOAT. And if we didn't have Jarry in that third period, we would have lost the game. I don't know if that's a crazy take. I thought Jarry won us this game. If you don't think he did, then I don't know what hockey game you were watching. But Tristan Jarry's the GOAT. I love Tristan Jarry. My next jersey might have to be a Jarry jersey. Maybe.
I like it. I like the alliteration of a Jarry jersey as well. That I will say. Now, when he calls him the GOAT repeatedly, that's a stretch. When he says that he won them this game, that might be a total stretch. But that might have been the smartest take Peyton has ever given on this show before because, I do think he was great in the third period. And he was a massive factor in the Oilers being able to withstand the storm that was the 16 shots the Anaheim Ducks put on in the third period.
Well, and Thursday is a big night for Pat on because Klingberg is back in town. And Klingberg, Hayden is the number one fan, the president of the Klingberg.
The only guy I know with a Klingberg jersey.
Yeah. So it's a big night Thursday. I'm sure he's going to be dialed in.
Yes, there he is. Yes, Klingberg in the chat.
And finally, we have a voicemail from Dre, which, Bordzy, I think you're going to like this one.
What up, Oilers Nation? What up, Bordzy? What a fantastic last 2 wins for the boys. I can't forget our Patriots. Let's go. Keep this gravy train going. Cup year for both of them.
Year. Bowl year.
No
Anybody?
bowl year.
Soupy year.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a piece of that? Boys, plenty of room on the bandwagon if you want to come sit right up next front with Bordzy. Because guess what? There might be another 20-year stretch like this, Menzies. You never know. I guess we'll never know.
It's going to be great with Jackson Dart and John Harbaugh.
That's the only team I'm terrified, and I will be for the rest of my life.
National Football Conference and take on Drake.
How great would it be if we were both back, Giants, Pats?
I've been waiting a long time for the Giants to be relevant again.
What's that like? I don't know what that's like.
Oh my God! Shut your mouth.
Relevancy.
I
hit the over on my.
I only know winning Super Bowls as a fan.
It's fair.
I said this to Bordzy earlier. If that was instead of Matt Stafford, if that was Caleb Williams on that final drive, which hurts even more because that should have been the Bears.
Yeah,
if the Bears win that football game, and we're getting a Patriots-Bears Super Bowl.
Was the Williams fourth down play the greatest inconsequential play?
Yeah, it very well
you've ever seen.
I said to Aaron as he threw that football, I went, I can't believe he threw the football away. He didn't even try to get away even more. I can't believe he threw the football away on the final play, and then all of a sudden, Colston Loveland. Oh my God, he's there. He's open. How did he find him? How did he catch the foot? I went nuts. I don't even know. Yes, 100%. I don't even know how we found him.
It would be that or the Jermaine Kearse catch.
Why? What happened after that, Menzies?
Shut.
That seems relevant to Seahawks Patriots. Let's pull up the highlight.
Well, that's only going to get talked about.
Why don't we pull up in practice a week earlier when they were practicing that exact play?
It's going to be discussed ad nauseum.
I am going to be so annoying for the next 2 weeks. I apologize.
Why
did
Butler play what Super Bowl was he sat?
We still don't know. We still don't know. Bill never said why.
No.
Also, Payton said Mac Jones clears Drake May, and that's about the point when we need to end Oilers Nation After Dark. That'll do it for us. I love and appreciate you all in the chat. You're unbelievable. Great post-game show tonight. We talked about literally everything in this one. And, hey, we got 2 days off without games. No game Tuesday, no game Wednesday, but we will be back Thursday for the Payton Bowl. John Klingberg coming back to Edmonton. And then, Brett, we only have 4 more games until the Olympic break. My Lord, I've had this part of the schedule circled on my calendar all year, and we're almost here.
Yeah, 3-2 in the homestand, 4 points clear now, obviously, of the or 3 points clear. Wait, when did it tick? 3 points clear of the Ducks, and tied in points with Vegas. Vegas is 3 games in hand, so that's where we sit standings wise.
We like that. We like that. We'll take that all day long. Okay, love you all. Throw down your courtesy like on the way out if you appreciated this one. Make sure you are subscribed to the ON YouTube channel. Oilers Nation every day, live tomorrow at 12:01 Mountain Standard Time. What niche third liner do you want the Oilers to acquire?
Well, I've been looking at some video, and I think that there's a couple guys really, and I think if you look at like Dmitry Volonkov, he's been playing in the minors, but I think he could fill a role.
Voronkov?
Yeah, Dmitry Volonkov. Huh. I'm not sure which team he plays for.
I think genuinely it should be back at Seneca.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I might turn on him if I had to hear that much about him throughout the entire. No, I wouldn't. I'd be drinking all the Kool-Aid, but. That'll do it for us. Menzies, great time tonight.
Aspen Knudsen, is he available? Aspen Knudsen.
What were you? No, we don't need to get into it, but Menzies was, I'll say, Menzies texted me hilarious stuff during the station every day.
Konopko is who I thought you were talking about.
What was the other name we kept throwing up tonight? The guy who used to wear the cage?
Mark Bell. When Mark Bell destroyed Daniel Alfredson and Mark Bell would wear this bird cage in the NHL.
Justine's asking Olympic streams, I believe, is what she's asking for.
It's going to be tricky.
I don't know about that. I turned to Daily
very...
Face-Off Live. I do believe, though, during the Olympic break, we are still going to give you me, Menzies, Brett, battle content. That will be Oilers-centric. But if you know this show and you know us, probably not Oilers-centric. But I think we're going to do maybe 2 episodes a week, kind of let it rip. Don't want you to forget about us out here. So
we had a fire suggestion earlier today. I think we might. I'm not going to spoil it here, but it was.
Yeah. We got some ideas.
We got things cooking. Chef Curry with the wrist, boy. All right, that'll do it for us. ONAD. I love you all. Throw on your like. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will talk tomorrow. Over and out.
Peace.
Drake Mays.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.